Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we chat about a wonderful wedding story. Congratulations, hold that thought. It's not my wedding, dude, it's my friend's. The two of them fell silent again until the vehicle hit a pothole on the bridge. Anna's books fell out of his bag, and Czech jumped in to help. Looks like fish are flying off the shelves in America. They tried to find something to chat about, but Annie was more annoyed by Czech's disdain for his ladle and the awkward connection with Paul. This time in Ireland, Annie was mainly here for her best friend's wedding. Soon, the bus quickly arrived at their destination before leaving, he loudly complained about a guy's ignorance on the bus, leaving Czech no chance to respond as Annie walked away. In front of him stood a grand castle. Hard to believe it was Paul's home, where his best friend met the host who had arrived long ago. Paul's dad was like, "Hello. No, Mum, sorry." This unique greeting nearly gave Paul's parents a heart attack. Then he found out he lost his suitcase, which held all the bridesmaid gear for the wedding. He definitely didn't want to miss this party. At this moment, Paul's parents had a terrible impression of him, finally arriving at his best friend's room. Staring at their picture, Annie froze, feeling envy and jealousy. He's Paul's secret fan. He mustered the courage to invite her to the party, planning to confess. But little did he know Paul fell head over heels for his best friend instantly. Looking at that familiar number, Annie finally came to her senses, but still played tough with her words. 2 months just flew by. Fixated on Paul at the airport, she totally missed her luggage and the conveyor belt. What a magical moment. She never imagined that the stranger who dissed her idol was actually her destined soulmate. Talk about a plot twist. This group outing would soon make her realize she didn't want to see the person she loved flaunting their romance with others. Annie decided to bail from the crew by the lake, strolling through the creek, taking a quiet seat among the flowers. She called her mother to assure her of her safety, but scarcely had she spoken a few words when suddenly the screen of her mobile phone went black and, moreover, a weird woman appeared behind her. The woman claimed she could grant wishes, and Annie thought to herself, "Well, this lady is totally bonkers." To get rid of her, Annie hesitated before sitting back, obediently shutting her eyes. When she opened her eyes again, seeing no change, she wasn't too disappointed. After all, she never expected anything. But suddenly, petals surrounded her, and an unexpected force knocked her out cold. When she woke up again, she found herself in a room, hearing the water running from the bathroom. Annie hesitated before checking it out. "Paul, Maddie, hey, could you hand me a towel?" She covered her eyes while handing over the towel. Just as she turned to leave, she realized, "Maddie, are you okay?" Seeing her freshly washed idol made Anna's heart race, and then she realized she was in her best friend's fiance's room. Using an excuse to get air, she bumped into her best friend at the door. "Morning, Maddie." "Hi, Emma. Just went in this morning. Have you seen Paul?" "Paul? Right, I've been looking for him." Anna's reply sparked a hint of confusion. What puzzled Annie was seeing herself and Paul emerge together, yet Emma seemed unusually calm, not angry at all. Annie suddenly had a bold guess, asking another best friend to promise not to tell Emma. A wild night was on the horizon. To this day, Annie still couldn't believe the wish-granting was real, thinking it was just a weird dream. Her best friend smiled back, completely unfazed, while Annie felt a mix of emotions stirring in. "I have a wedding dress in my clothes." "Oh right, why is it here?" "Because it's yours." "Rent it and why?" "In days you'll wear it. Step off, marry Paul." Looking at the photo of Emma and Paul, Annie suddenly realized the leading lady was now her. "You, my friend, are marrying Kennedy. Now just breathe and relax. This will be the best weekend of your life." As her best friend left, Annie gazed at the ring on her finger, an indescribable joy washing over who knew her wishes could truly come true. She tentatively walked into the living room to greet Paul's parents. About to find a seat, darling, Annie suddenly remembered she was now Paul's fiancée. This sudden change left her feeling a bit out of place. Her heart was racing with excitement as she faced the real-life Paul, unable to stop smiling. However, Annie would soon realize that although wishes can come true, fate doesn't change, especially with Paul's family traditions in play. Despite her urge to complain, she suppressed it in front of everyone until Paul's mom left. Just as she was about to share her wedding news with her best friend, a familiar figure appeared at the door. It was indeed the woman who had helped her make her wishes come true. Anna's doubts were flooding her mind at that moment, prompting her to bolt outside and shout loudly, "Is it you?" "Are you okay?" Annie didn't expect to run into her here. A book in the backseat caught her eye. "You told me you didn't like the book, but what does that even mean?" "We're inside the car. I really don't want to end up embarrassed." "But I know you." Before clarification, ladies from the bridal shop, including Paul's mom, approached. "What do you mean?" "I'm not here to take wedding photos. Whatever your feelings are, it'll only be half in this."